Welcome everybody to another Dragon Ball Super video, and today we're going to be starting off the Fusion World content. Unfortunately, I actually would have had some videos out during the beta. I did record a bunch of them, but I had to end up getting a new hard drive, so a lot of that stuff got lost. But I did want to start off with, I know people have already started doing this. I've been waiting for a little bit of time just to start making Fusion World videos because I just kind of wanted to see what was coming out. And today we did get the official trailer as of today. So I wanted to start putting out content, right? A lot of these cards, I'll be honest, I have breezed over. I haven't really looked at a lot of this stuff. So a lot of these are going to be kind of almost first impressions to an extent. So I haven't really seen too much of the cards. I know kind of what the leaders do, and everything else is just going to be just brand new information for me. Now, I know we have already seen probably half of the new set. I've seen, reveal and everything. Again, don't know what too many of the cards do. I will probably wait until all of the cards are announced to essentially talk about the decks that are in there. I know there are, 8 leaders coming out in the set, as well as the 4 starter decks. So once everything's out, this is going to be, I'm going to go over the starter decks, the 4 starter decks. And then we'll probably wait until the entire set is revealed, and then we'll go over like the decks themselves and just go over like some deck profile type of ideas and what the cards are, right? First is going to be the Blue Vegeta starter deck. Compiled of 51 cards. I believe all of them are 51 cards. And we'll start with the leader, which is Attack Draw, Awaken Up for Life. And honestly, I'll be honest, I really like the leader art. I've seen all the leaders. I really like how the leader art is. It's simple enough, but it feel like it pops really well. I don't know, maybe it's a weird color contrast thing. I really like how all the leaders look. We have the Awakened side, which, as you've seen before, for the Masters players who are getting into Fusion World, most leaders are going to start at 15k and then go to 20k. So instead of being 10 and 15, we're now 15 and 20. And the special ability about this Vegeta is that when you have less than 7 cards in hand, your leader becomes a 35k on your turn. So you can make your leader a gigantic swing, probably for clearing bigger battle cards, but also being able to guarantee damage. So first we have one of the early cards is going to be your Cantrip. I'm pretty sure most of the decks, except for maybe one, have some form of Cantrip that they can play. I'm pretty positive. But this is a pretty big thing from set 1. You play 1-drops, draw cards, just kind of cycle through your deck, use them for battle card combo power, use them to swing into other small battle cards. You have a few different options there. Then we have the the Gotenks Fusion material cards. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of fusion in this game at some point. It would be kind of weird since the game is called Fusion World, right? But we have Goten and Trunks. Trunks is if you have 7 or less cards in your hand, you gain 10k during your turn, and then when you play it, you add 1 card from your life to your hand. And then Goten, when he attacks, add 1 card from your life to your hand. Then if you have 7 or less cards, you get to return a 2 or less to your opponent's hand. And both of these are 10k combos. That's something to keep in mind too, is we see that a lot in One Piece, where 10k combos are very important to being able to combo out of stuff, or combo. I mean, you can't really combo on offense, but being able to combo out of certain attacks, right? Both of these are 10k combos, so that's something to keep in mind. We have 1 Bulma, 1-drop blocker, pretty basic stuff there. The Bulma. We have Gohan. If you have 7 or less cards in your hand, this card gains 15k. So you see kind of the pattern here. The idea is that you want to keep 7 or less cards in your hand to gain these giant power increases on your battle cards and your leader. And then Piccolo is if you have 7 or less cards in hand, you'd add 1 extra from your drop to your hand. That might actually be broken at some point. Being able to tap 3 and then add any extra card back, that will be something to watch out for in the future. Then we have the Super Combo. You can see it's a 7 cost. It's 10k. However, if you combo this card on your opponent's turn, you gain an extra 10k combo, so it's a 20k. That way you can get out of bigger swings. We have some of the skill lists. We have a Gotenks and a Goten. And then we have the secret or not the secret rares, but the special rares. Not special rares, super rares. Yeah, super rares. We have Vegeta and Gotenks. I do, I want to eventually see different card names. So like Vegeta, kind of like how Masters does it. It's kind of weird. We're just going to have a bunch of Vegeta cards and a bunch of Gotenks cards. So that part's kind of odd, but I'm sure they're going to be working on that. But Vegeta is a 0 combo cost. I'm sorry, 0 combo power. 5-drop. 35k double striker when it's played. Choose your opponent's battle cards 4 or less and send it to the bottom of the deck. That's pretty powerful. 35k double striker. There's not a ton of double strikes and keyword skills in this game that deal multiple damage. So this is being a boss monster for the deck. Pretty powerful. And we have Gotenks. On play, if you have 7 or less cards, you get to add a Goten and a Trunks from your drop to your hand. So this allows you can kind of combo the Trunks and the Goten off, and then add them back to your hand with this card, so that way you have extra combo power. All right. And then we have 2 of the extra cards from the starter deck. We have Final Flash and Gallic Gun. Final Flash is a 2 cost. If you have 7 or less cards in your hand, it costs 1. And then activate main, you discard a card from your hand, and you bottom deck a 5 or less. This is pretty good. So this is a 1-drop removal that removes 2 cards from your hand, but then you gain the power since you have less cards in hand. And then Vegeta is an activate battle. So this is on either turn. Choose your leader or battle card and it gets 15k. And then if you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw 1. This is really good. Yeah, a 1-drop 15k combo that draws you a card. That's not limit 1. I have to wait for the rules to actually come out. I don't know if they're going to print. Did they print limit 1? I mean, I don't think we have any cards that have that effect yet. So I'm interested to see if limit 1, if not limit 1, but like once per turn effects are a thing. Because this card can be really, really strong. Really, really strong card. That's just a quick overview of the deck. Again, I will be doing all the starter decks, just kind of rushing through them. Just kind of getting some ideas. Obviously, there's not a ton of font, on these cards. There's not a ton of text. So we don't have a lot of like crazy stuff that we had in Masters. But I am really excited. So like I said, once we get through the 4 starter decks, we will then wait until the full set is announced so we can start building some of these decks. And again, I'm really happy to be playing Fusion World. Hopefully we get an announcement about the online client pretty soon. I know it said spring, so hopefully we'll be seeing that before set 2 comes out. So thank you guys again for supporting. Hopefully you guys support the channel through the Fusion World transition. We'll still be making Masters content when I have the ability to, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.